This week in car audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. This week in car audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. We'll be talking about bass, talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. This week in car audio. Yeah. Tune in. This week in car audio.
Welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the Judge, Doug Stockton, co-hosted by Mr. Jeffrey Fernandez, internet sensation and movie star. How's it going, Jeffrey?
Good. How about yourself, Doug?
Oh, just fine. I'm still sharing to all these Facebook groups. Our guest is going to be a little bit late, so no problems, but he'll be in here shortly.
There we go.
Hey, so let's talk about what you did at your show this weekend while we're waiting for him.
Whoa, let me just fix something real quick. The audio. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So, we had a couple of Texas guys win some rings this past finals in October for DB Drag. Yeah. So we got the rings in. Celise, messaged me and said, "Hey, I got the rings in. You got a show coming up. Hey, do you want to do like a mini presentation for these rings to the winners?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do this." And so we did it during the event I had at Crossfire this past weekend. We had two guys, local guys from Texas. Voodoo Customs Fred take the Eastern finals. So he got a ring for Eastern finals. And we had Mel Valadez. He actually took first in Eastern finals, then drove out to Western finals, took first there, and then he ended up taking world finals. So he got 3 rings, which was kind of cool. Had me a little jealous there. When Celise sent the rings, I was like, oh man, it was like a really nice box display, and the rings are really nice as usual. Big shout out to Incriminator Audio for sponsoring the rings for finals. I had a little mini presentation, just kind of went over their accomplishments and called them up front in front of everybody, and kind of asked them who they wanted to thank and stuff like that. And they were of course thanking family and
right.
the team and their sponsors and stuff like that. So it really gave them a forum to kind of put it out there and say, hey, thanks for helping me achieve this big achievement at finals. So
that's cool. This goes out to Lucky McGovern.
Oh no.
This time he's texted me on purpose during the show, asking me what am I doing. Anyway, that's awesome. We have a whole bunch of guys. Anthony Caps, if you would have won a ring, you could have got it shipped to you. We aren't holding anything hostage, just saying.
No.
But you didn't compete at World Finals, so you didn't get one. Anyway, he does come and support the shows, does a good job demoing and whatnot, but yeah, he does not compete, so no way to win a ring if you did not win. Hold on. Your sound is hella amplified, Doug, no joke. I can fix that. All right, is that any better? Check that. Let me know if that's any better. I turned mine down quite a bit. Anyway, so yes, Autorama is going to be this coming weekend. It's Saturday only. We will be doing something very similar as far as the ring ceremony. We'll talk a bit about. I just opened the box, literally just dude, I opened it up maybe 5 minutes before we came live. Holy crap, I got a lot of stuff in there.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a lot of them to give away. But obviously, you know, a lot of the guys that were competing on the West Coast actually live out here in the Sacramento area, Reno area, whatnot. So that definitely is going to happen. And like I said, I think I'm heading up to Reno the following weekend for anybody that can't make it down here. The pass looks great, so if you guys want to come on down, I know for a fact that we will not have Kegel. Kegel is not coming down for this show. So Rusty was talking about he's possibly coming down, and if Rusty comes down, I may just give him Kegel's ring because he sees Kegel all the time. I did see some other people post that they were coming, which is, oops, hey, there's John Buck. Let me grab him real quick, and then admit, and then go to 3-person. All right, John, turn sideways, sir.
This way?
Yes, sir.
All right, I got Greg Wall with me as well.
Okay, how's it going?
Great.
Wow.
How are you doing?
That did not turn very well. It stayed small ways. There it is.
There we go. There we go.
We got you. John and Greg, can you guys introduce yourselves and who you are, what you do, and all that stuff, please?
Sure. John Buck, the promoter and producer of the Sacramento Autorama.
And Greg Wall, show manager for the Sacramento Autorama.
Awesome. You guys may not know, but I've been out there at the Autorama event. I've done 19 years of it out there. We
That's
haven't
amazing.
been there for the last, I think, 4.
Well, 3. Yeah.
3 years. Okay. But prior to that, I did 19 years of Autorama. Our biggest showing, we had 166 entries. We had people coming from Canada. We had people coming from Mexico. People as far away as Michigan to come and play and compete at this Autorama event. So we appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to come out there and show what we do. Also, for you guys that haven't been to Autorama, they actually put us where as people are entering Autorama, they're going to see us just off to the right of them. So
I can hear you.
Yeah, and they definitely can hear us.
And feel ya.
Yes. And then one of the things I have been getting asked about the Autorama is this is short notice. This is short notice this year. So we're only going to have DB Drag there, but next year we intend to have Iasca, maybe even Mecca there at that same event. Try and bring in as big of a crowd as we possibly can. And now for you guys as Autorama, are we still going to use Gate 10 like we typically did and all that stuff?
I think they call it Gate 26, but yeah, it's over there
Okay.
by the Expo Center, and it's a perfect gate. You know, you just cruise in and tell them you're going to the sound off and DB Drags rather, and they'll let them in over there.
Yep. And you told me the gates are locked by the police department this year at 10 a.m., correct?
Yeah, if we can get everyone in by 10 a.m. I know it's a little early, but you know,
Yep.
if we can get you, if you're going to be competing, you want to be there early.
Okay, yeah, no, typically these guys will be lined up, ready to come in. Like I said, this is going to be a short notice show as far as Autorama goes, but moving this show forward, some things that are really cool is literally the day after Autorama, they'll be posted on Facebook and other places that'll say this many days until Autorama, and they'll literally
Right,
start
that's
it the day after.
That's great.
So, and I've already got commitments from people in Florida and Georgia that they'll be coming next year.
That's great.
Yeah. So are we moving? Will this be moving back to Valentine's Day weekend for next year?
No, we want to stay at that last week of April for a couple of reasons. One,
Okay.
I'm in shorts right now, and I understand in Sacramento, I can stay in shorts this year, and it's going to be phenomenal. Our drive-in is tripled in numbers for Saturday and Sunday. That's car entries that just want to come in for the day, enjoy what you guys are up to, what the bands are up to, what the other cars are doing. They can drive a hot rod, and we're actually gonna probably increase our years on that to where we'd like to see some tuners next year and some other type of high-end cars, and it's an Autorama, so it's good for everybody, not just hot rods.
Yep. So when did you take over Autorama?
I took over the Autorama in 2005 from a guy by the name of Dan Sayre, who took it over from the Don Tognati, who took it over from the original founder, Bagdasarian. Harold Bagdasarian was his name. So I've been around since 2005, and we've been going strong with it, and it's been a pretty unique event. We've seen it grow. The pavilion this year used to be, it was the clubhouse. Now it's going to be the lowrider showcase. We've got over 225 lowriders, and those things have amazing work done to them, both stereo and paint jobs and hydraulics and all that will be on display in the pavilion area. And then up in the club area, we've got the bicycles and the model car contests, and we do have some clubs on display up there. We call it the Butch Gardner Clubhouse, so that'll be cool. You guys will be right outside of there, so if you get some old fogies that are complaining, you let me know. We'll set them straight.
Somebody asked, and I know the answer to this, but one of our Canadian guys that's came down, I believe 3 or 4 different times, he was wondering, is there RV access for the event also? For
yes, there
RV?
is. There actually is both. There's an RV park that's a part of the grounds at Cal Expo, and then there is trailer parking, actually lot 26, not far from where you guys are. They can park their trailer.
Yep. So about special guests, I know in years past we've seen Chip Foose, Barris, we've seen the other Graveyard Cars guys, Gas Monkey. Do we have any special guests this year?
We do, man. Now, I don't know if this is before your time or not, but we've actually got Eric Estrada from Chips, man. I mean, come on, it doesn't get any better than that. We got him. He's coming out Saturday and Sunday, and just a really cool guy. He actually is an officer, and a celebrity. And then on Friday, we've got some car builders coming up from Southern California, Troy Ladd and Steve Strope, and then from the Bay Area, we've got Roy Brizio and Daryl Hollenbeck coming over, and these guys are all big time hot rod builders. They'll be signing autographs on Friday, but Eric Estrada, he'll get it with some of the older crowd, big time.
There you go. I actually have a '74 Trans Am.
Sweet.
And then it's the other Stefan. It wasn't Stefan from Canada. It was Stefan from Sacramento area. Anyway. No, but I have the same vehicle as he did. I have a '74 Trans Am. That's one of the vehicles he drove in the Chips series. So
cool.
Yeah. That's us as Trans Am enthusiasts. We know about all the Trans Ams that were in all the TV shows and the, in the movies and whatnot.
Smokey and the Bandit and all that, right?
Yep. So somebody asked again. They missed how many lowriders did you say?
Over 225 inside. We'll probably have another 400 of them outside.
Okay. There you go. So around 650, 700-ish lowriders.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay. And then, so what's your hot rod count this year?
That's a trick question. The cars that are in the ABCD building, there's about 200 there. And then up in the Expo Center, there are different car clubs up there, and primarily pre-73 cars, and there's another 125, 150 up there, so about 400. And then with the drive-in, with the weather the way it's been, you could probably expect another 200 to 400 outside, so you can be up to 600 as well in the hot rod area.
Oh, awesome.
Can you, great show.
Can you tell us entry, parking, all that stuff?
Sure. So the general parking, they're keeping it low, which I think is great. I think it's $10 to park at the Cal Expo. We do an event down at the Fairplex in Pomona. It's 15, so it's kind of nice to still see that the Cal Expo is taking care of people. Entry, if you go to O'Reilly's Auto Parts, you can get a discounted ticket for 18. If you've got a kid, it's $8. Obviously, for what you guys are doing, it's a little different scenario, and you've got your entries that you can explain to your guests.
Mm-hmm.
But man, we just encourage you guys to come out. I would it's a full day event, if not two, but come out and enjoy it, and enjoy the DB drags, and it's going to be a blast. We do have a couple of surf bands playing after the DB drags, about 5 to 7 o'clock at night, because we didn't want them to compete with you guys. You guys would kick their ass. So, and there's fair food. If you haven't had a grinder sandwich, right, Greg? The food is amazing.
Sandwich place is the best. Yep.
And it's there's all kinds of food. There's good Mexican food, and there's like I said, the grinders, and what else? Pizza.
Oh yeah.
Corn dogs.
Yeah.
All that fair food.
All the typical fair food.
So that's good stuff.
Yeah. Jeffrey, if you don't mind, keep a look on the questions so we can get questions answered. And for you guys, people that don't know, for the DB drag portion, it'll be a $60 entry fee. You pay that at the gate. That gets the driver, the vehicle, and one passenger in. Each additional passenger is $20. So if you go to park, it's $10 to park, and then $18 through the gate. Like I said, if you just want to ride in with somebody, it's an additional passenger. That'll be $20 also. That gets you, like I said, it gets a driver, it gets a passenger, and the vehicle in. You park right there where we're doing the DB drag. Once you're inside the venue, that also will give you a ticket. That ticket will give you one entry into the DB drag, which will be a 2X event this year. So next year we will go back to the Saturday-Sunday thing, and we'll make it a 2X on Saturday, 3X on Sunday. So we'll go back to the 5X weekends, and that's how we bring the people from Mexico, New Mexico, Texas, possibly, definitely Florida, Georgia, stuff like that. So.
Hey, Doug, we got
yes,
a question here from Anthony Cap. Says, are we going to be able to demo all day other than on top of the hour for 10 minutes?
So my understanding is yes. We've had a previous arrangement with because they have their own police department on the facility. And so I will be making my contact again once with their sergeant again. We did have a few cops back in the days that had some issues with it, and him and I came to an agreement that he'll just stick those guys on the other end of the property.
There you go.
Because they aren't big fans of what we do. We do have there's tons of video though of cops getting demos. And
we need
stuff
to get
like
Eric Estrada to do a demo.
That's right, man.
Hey, maybe we can convince him to come out and do one. I will actually work towards that. I'm sure.
Let's do a
That'd be
bounty.
phenomenal.
We could do a bounty if somebody gets Eric
Tap
Estrada
out?
in his car to tap out.
Well,
Maybe win a prize or something.
Well, to be honest with you, I would want Jose Ramos. He's the Cyclone world champion, right? And also,
I don't know if Eric Estrada is ready for.
He's not ready for that. So you don't know, John, but we will be having the world record holder for low loud bass. It's our class is called Cyclone. He was playing 20 hertz, and just for reference, a jet engine is about 140 decibels. Every 3 dBs is twice as loud, and I believe he did 120 at 156 or 157.
Oh, wow.
So you're talking, and it's an exponential number. So you're talking that's 9. So that's like 20 times louder than a jet engine.
Wow. The neighbors are going to love that.
And it is super low. It's really cool. It tickles your ears, and it makes everything go in all kinds of directions. He shatters his windshield.
Wow.
These things are all really cool, and this is what we do. Bobby Gately is going to be out there. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Bobby Gately stuff, but Gately comes out there, and he just has phenomenal install cars. He was on our show last week talking about how he used to sponsor Autorama back in 2007, 2008, and how he was a huge he's really been one of the first and biggest supporters of Autorama on the car stereo scene.
Great.
I know Arc Audio was big. Are those two buildings gonna be audio again this
No,
year or?
not this year. So we want to work on that maybe for next year to build that back up again.
Okay.
Arc is not going to be there this year, so we'll be good.
Okay. Oh, well, did it end up being just short notice for them that they're considering for next year?
Yeah, they one of their things is dealer support, and
Oh.
for them to spend that kind of cash, they want to have the dealers there, and it just was scheduling, and with our dates moving, it was just really tough for them to get it all together.
Yep. I do believe that 100%. Let's see here if I can figure out what's going on here. I'm hearing somebody says got an echo. Anybody else hearing my echo? Because it sounds good on my end.
I think I kind of hear a Pomeranian in the background.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
I
me.
apologize. No, it's us. We're in the car. I'm waiting for my daughter in her singing lesson. I apologize, guys.
Oh no, that's totally fine. But anyway, so Autorama, what if somebody were to come? Says a little bit of an echo. If somebody were to come to Autorama, is there like a map or a suggestion that you would have for them as just a spectator wanting to see the grandeur of what Autorama is?
Yeah, do yourself a favor. As soon as you come through the gate, grab a program. It's got a map and a list of vendors and areas that will kind of direct you to the different features of the show. So, like you said, you're off to the right as you come through the gate. You can't miss you guys because you can hear it. But, if you're taking a break, it's nice to have the map there so they can say, okay, this is where that is. This is where all of the car clubs are. This is where that pavilion with the lowriders are. This is the ABCD building. So yeah, it's kind of a nice piece to carry with you and have. It highlights the winners from last year. It's got some ads in it, so it's a nice book.
Also, I did want to mention we are going to finish up with a death match at the end of the day. If somebody has 2 additional sensors, bring them with you, please. I know Ricky's coming, so Ricky, bring your sensors with you. I have a 3.5 foot or a 4 foot trophy I'll give out to the deathmatch winner for this event. And your car guys, they always like our trophies we give out because they're as tall as the hood of their cars typically. So
Right.
so they're always big fans of the trophies we give out. Anyway, you catching any other questions here?
Well, I had a question for John. So, aside from the book they can get at the gate, is there any tips you can give to people come in to have a really good experience there? Like, I don't know, maybe wear comfortable shoes or
Yeah, I was going to
something
say
like
comfortable shoes, tennis shoes are
Comfortable shoes.
key, and
Yeah.
it's going to be warm this weekend, so I suggest wearing a hat,
Wearing a
and
hat,
wearing some
sunscreen.
shades, some sunscreen. Yeah, it's
exactly.
going to be cool because the Autorama typically it's been the second week of February, like you
Yep.
said, Valentine's weekend, so it's always kind of screwing with date night, and but it's always been cold,
No, it's
so
been
this is going to
perfect.
be great. Yeah, we got some great weather. We're looking forward to it.
One year it was raining so bad, and on Saturday, and I told my guys, "Hey, dude, can we just finish this tomorrow? We're already coming back tomorrow."
Yeah.
And they said, "No, just keep on going." They didn't care because they were sitting in their cars, and I'm standing out with
Right.
a microphone in the rain.
Right.
They're like, "Oh no, we're fine. Just keep going." So that was
funny.
good.
I had another question. Is there going to be like show coverage from like different magazines or media outlets?
Absolutely. So all of the hot rod magazines, all of the lowrider magazines are there.
Mhm.
We do have coverage from the different radio and television stations up there.
Oh, cool.
I do
Yeah.
some promo spots on Wednesday when I get up there. Go on. I know the ABC affiliate up there. We're taking a hot rod out there, and we're really pumping it up. So I'll be talking about you guys in
Sweet.
a positive
Nice.
way up there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
yeah,
hold on a second, Jeff. If you need a car for that to kind of give a hair trick demonstration, I could arrange that. All you have to do is ask.
Yes.
All right. Hey, you know what? That might be good, Doug, on a Friday morning. Let me get back to you. I'll let you
Oh.
know.
Yeah, let me
That'd be
know,
fun.
and I can definitely help out with that. So anyway, what were you saying, Jeffrey? Sorry about
I
that.
was just gonna say, so you guys that are listening that are gonna go to the event, competing or otherwise, now you can show up and show out. You got all this media coverage. Hey, get yourself out there. And now we set something up for Friday morning, and you guys can get some TV coverage, even better.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the car audio industry, as most of any of the car hobbies, it is really about, hey, look at me, and not that that's a bad thing, but it's a opportunity for people to show how much time and effort and their love that they can produce into their vehicles. It doesn't matter if it's a hot rod, a low rider, or a DB drag vehicle. You can definitely feel the person's passion for their vehicles. It doesn't matter what they're doing.
Absolutely. That's what the key of the Autorama.
So I do have a question. So there's Autoramas all over the country. Are you only the Autorama here in Sacramento, or the Detroit, or what?
Yeah, so Autorama that was a very popular name back in the early days. Harold Bagdasarian actually started that in 1950. Sacramento Autorama was the first Autorama, and then I'm not sure if he actually licensed out the name or if he just kind of let other people do it. But there is a Detroit Autorama. They're a friendly competitor of ours, and most of them have changed their names to World of Wheels. That are back on the East Coast, but there's just a couple Autoramas. I think the Detroit Autorama and the Sacramento Autorama, for what I remember, are the pretty much the only ones left.
I think so. Probably at least the biggest. So.
No, that's awesome. Like I said, it's really cool to see, the full scope of this. And you guys may not know, but originally there was Mike Jaffe. I don't know if you remember Mike Jaffe at that time or no.
No.
So Mike Jaffe was doing the USAC, and he invited me to come and be part of Autorama one time. And after I did it one time, he was like, "Yeah, this is your show." The thing about USAC is it's one car at a time. In DB drag, yeah, and you just see a number on the screen. You see a loud car. With DB drag, there's two cars going head to head. The numbers are always changing. This guy's get a little louder. That guy's a little bit louder. And then 30 seconds in, there's a winner and there's a loser. And it makes it makes for great entertainment for spectators. I would encourage anybody that's maybe that you know of or whatever, to come and check us out during the top dog and the base race portions of our events. Every single run is decided by usually 1 to 2 tenths of a dB. So
wow, what time, Doug, does that start?
So we will get going about 1:30 is when we'll be in that portion of it.
Okay.
And
we'll let people know.
Yeah, and like I said, the base race and top dog are, in my opinion, the premier part, or the spectator friendliest parts. Really cool what we do with the Cyclone is it's one car, but the whole idea is he needs to show off his system, and that's he opens his driver door fully. He gets somebody to stand in there and blow their hair and blow out his windshield, and it's a very cool demonstration of the acoustical power inside of one of these vehicles.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and like I said, if you get a chance to talk to somebody, or even just come by and check out what we do, you will see how passionate we are. And like I said, when you see somebody's passion for I don't care what it is, if you see somebody's passion, it's infectious. And you can feel somebody's passion for what they do. Whether it's like Jeffrey, we were talking last week, Jeffrey does jiu-jitsu. He's got a passion for that. You can feel when he talks about it, his passion for that. When you see these guys competing in their cars, you can feel their passion. We're going to have a guy there, Moses Martinez. We like to say his name, Moses Martinez. So Moses will be there, and I will tell you right now, there's nobody in the world that denies that guy's passionate about his car.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's really cool. I hear we're going to have some people set new personal best at that event. I've heard from a couple of people, so that's going to be really cool. Normally, like I said, this is so when it was the February date, it was actually the official kickoff of the car audio season throughout the whole country.
Okay.
Now that it's going to be here, I wouldn't say it's the kickoff, but it's going to be the first big show of the year still, right? Is there one, Jeffrey, prior to this?
On the West Coast?
Anywhere. Well, there was callers call outs. That was
Yeah,
pretty big.
Yeah, there might be a couple on, not on the West Coast though.
Yeah, but on the West Coast, this
So
will
are we
definitely
the first?
be
Are we the
kickoff.
first West Coast then?
You're not the first, but you'll be the first big show. So
Okay.
we have
Great.
our shows are at multiple levels. We have local show, which is a 1X. We have a regional show, which is a 2X, and then a national show, which is a 3X. So normally,
Gotcha. Okay.
normally we do Saturday, Sunday, and Saturday's a regional show, and then Sunday's a national show.
There might have been the SEMA show, I think, but that was in November, right?
Yeah.
SEMA, yep, that's in November, so that'll come again next year, November. Do you guys? What are the things do you guys participate in as far as the promoters for Autorama?
Well, we're members of SEMA. We actually go out there and
Oh, that's
check
cool.
out everything that's going on in November. I mean, it's kind of a fun event. We didn't make it this year because of COVID, but we being a promoter and our office is down in Southern California, not far from SEMA headquarters. So we deal with those guys a lot and help out where we can. So, but we're always busy going to events, just like you guys, and passionate about what we do with our cars. I've got a 33 Ford, which is a Roadster, and a 56 Chevy. Greg's got a
69 Camaro.
69 Camaro.
Wow.
So we're into them.
Yeah, want to race? No.
Right?
No. Yeah. So people are trying to convince me on my 74 to resto mod it. I bought it from the racetrack. It does 10.6 quarter.
Wow.
480 at the wheels, naturally aspirated. So it's not. It's not a fun
That
car.
sounds nuts.
It's not a fun car to drive with the gas prices as they are, because it does not run well on 86. And when I did buy it, my son at that time he was like 17, and he goes, "So Dad, what kind of gas mileage does this get?" I was like,
Nah, if you have to ask that
not-
question, it's
"Yeah, maybe this car is not for you, young man."
right.
No, that's great. So with let's talk about your car a little bit. So you're 33, lowered, tubbed,
Yeah,
just factory.
It's a Roadster. It actually is. It's a very small car, but I've got two ARC audio amps in it. I've got 4 satellites and 2 8-inch woofers and a little bitty compact thing, and it puts out in the 56. I've got 3 ARC 12s and full cals around, which I enjoy. They're phenomenal. Don't let ARC know that. And it's got a really nice Pioneer setup system, and Greg's is pretty much stock right now, right?
Oh, it's stock, and so the music is the engine.
Oh,
That's
there
about
you go.
Mhm.
So what engine do you have in that, Greg?
It's a 350.
Oh, okay.
It's a 350. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
fully stock.
It's a
or-
stock. It's Survivor. It's a Survivor. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's awesome. So my not so much a Survivor. My, like I said, it's a 350 that does 480 at the wheels. So obviously not
That's
stock.
amazing. That's amazing.
Well, Pontiacs were known for being able to produce huge amounts of horsepower with just minor changes. I don't know how much you guys know about the Pontiac history, but they would outperform the Corvette, and GM said, no. So they
Right.
So they dumbed it down with simple things, like they would just change the cam and change the heads on it. So you buy a Pontiac, you buy new heads, you buy a new cam, pa-ding!
And you're
Magically
good to go.
you have a
Right.
400 plus horsepower car.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
their engineering was, they were all racers, and that. So And that's why I'm personally a big Pontiac fan. I did
Cool.
have a 58 Pontiac. I had a 56 Pontiac. Found out it was a rare car. I was building it for car stereo competition, and found out it was a rare car. Sold it right away because I'm not here to destroy a rare car.
Right. You don't want to cut it up.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, it would have been destroyed when I was done with it. It was done, and I sold it. Promptly bought a 58. That 58 was not a rare car. I think the high book on it, fully restored in immaculate condition, was something like $7,000. Right. So, so with that being said, I built a wall in it, so I had a whole wall of speakers right behind the driver's seat and passenger seat.
Nice.
Like I said, it was. I've always been into old cars. My dream car would be a 64 or 65 GTO hardtop 2-door.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Black on black. That's just that would be my. I'd rather have that than a DeLorean.
Yeah. Some
So-
Detroit muscle.
Oh, love me some Detroit muscle. So Jeffrey, I
There
saw
you
a
go.
question in there for you. Asking if you were coming to Southern California anytime.
Oh yeah, Moses Martinez. I was just gonna type it up here.
sure.
I'm shooting for June, sometime in June, maybe mid to late June. I have an event out there. I've been in talks with Mike at Tune Time. We normally do like a summer event, annual summer event, and then of course, we do the Toys for Tots at
Tune time. Yeah.
at Tune Time in Redlands. So shooting for June.
Okay. And just so you guys do know, Kevin Williams, he's a professional bowler and a musical artist. He will be coming out, and we will put on a show when he's out here in Sacramento area. He definitely wants to learn about the car audio culture. I told him about it, sent him some videos, and he's excited. Once the bowling season's over, it's over late May-ish. Because he qualified for the team event for the professional bowlers, so he's got to go bowl that back in Maine. Then once he's done with that, he plans on heading out to California and coming to meet a bunch of you guys. So when that show comes up, let us know. Anyway, so Eric Estrada, that's one of the big things we got going on possibly. We will do our best to get him out there. So John or Greg, when you guys get me in contact with him when I get out there, if you would be so kind.
So let me get this straight. You want him to sit in the car and get blown away, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's great, man. Hey, I'm writing him a big fat check to be there, so he's on our time.
Oh, wait, I guarantee he will be so memed on the internet. It will be hilarious. I believe we had a cop sit in a car and get a demo, and I think it was Sky High, one of the first years that Sky High came out with that. They had this big monster truck, like 40-inch tires, jacked up. You could walk underneath it. And so this cop got in and got a demo, and I believe that got over 1 million views on.
That's awesome.
Autorama is just, like I said, it's just known as being a great thing. We did have some issues. Somebody did bring up. We had our Brazilians. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We already know.
And really the problem wasn't them having a good time. The problem was that they were drinking at the event.
Yeah.
And we were we told them.
We want people to have a good time, but they got a little crazy. I learned a lot of new techniques about how to daisy chain your batteries and and
well, if you go back and watch some of our podcasts, we talk a lot about, like, we have lithium, which lithium takes up no room at all, and you can get some serious amp hour out of your lithium, right?
Right.
As a matter of fact, my Trans Am, that's what I'm going to have in my Trans Am, is going to be full lithium, so I can either just sit it there and demo it, or I can drive it down the street. And it actually took 230 pounds out of the back of my vehicle.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that
was my favorite one that you did, Doug, was I think it was a Astro van, and the guy demoed me and he just
Okay.
blew my doors, man. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Was it Old
probably-
Man Mike?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, okay, so
okay.
just so you know, he
Yep.
just passed away about a year ago.
Oh.
He's a great dude. His daughter's maybe even watching this right now. She watches most of our episodes. If she's not watching it now, she'll watch it later. She was there, but yeah, Old Man Mike, he was a character,
He was
right?
cool.
Jeffrey,
cool, yeah.
Jeffrey actually works at the same place Old Man Mike used to work.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Small world.
There's,
Yeah. Well, the car audio world's really small.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, hey, you guys are doing a fantastic job. Keep up the great work. We look forward to seeing you next weekend.
Okay.
We're going to get the word out there, and the weather's going to be perfect. It's going to be like 78 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, make sure you got your sunscreen, your hat, drink plenty of fluids, whether that's beer or water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's awesome. It looks like you got your person in the back seat there.
I do.
So we'll if you would love to let me give me some information, and if you
Yes.
need somebody for Friday, just let me know. You know, as much in advance as you can. But I will.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, I can find somebody to be there Friday. Most likely, it'll be Jose.
Okay.
Because Jose owns his own shop and he's readily available, or I can get Bobby Gately over there to check out maybe with the what he has the Green Monster, right? Isn't that what he said?
Okay,
he
so
still
it'd
has?
be Doug. It'd be early. It'd be like 7:30 in the morning if that's
Yep.
okay. But I'll
Yep.
I'll get you more
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, just let me know. Will there be Coronas? That's what Moses Martinez
Yes.
wants to know.
Yes.
Yeah, Moses is
So
good
he'll be
people.
there then. He'll be there.
Oh, Moses will be
All right,
anywhere.
guys.
But all right, hey, thank you for coming in and visiting with us. We really appreciate
Yeah,
you
Thank you.
coming and talking about the
Yeah.
show. And we're looking forward to see you this weekend.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you guys.
All
Yeah.
right, guys. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right, have a
Yeah.
good day, sir. All right,
Bye now.
click your go button. There you
The
go.
go button, huh?
Yeah, the
Where's the
leave,
go button.
top left corner.
Top left corner. This is yeah. I need help. My daughter.
Oh, she muted him. She's out of there. All right. Awesome. Sounds like it's going to be a great show right back where we used to be with that
Yeah.
thing. It's really cool.
Hopefully the listeners right now got all the information they needed to come to the event. If not, just put it down in the comments, and hopefully we could answer, or Doug can answer, and
Yep.
we'll get you guys squared away.
Remember the key, though. Every Autorama, I get somebody that shows up a half hour late. Hey, Doug, can you get me in? And
Sorry.
really, it's the police department locks the gate. I have no control once the police department locks the gate. There is a way out, but once you leave, you have left for the day. Just keep that in mind. Realistically, we don't check coolers and stuff, and as long as you keep the stuff on the down low, the cops, like I said, the cops told the Brazilians they were drinking, had bottles out, and like, dude, just put it in a solo cup.
Yeah, just be smart about it.
Yeah, just be smart about it, and that was all.
We could all have fun.
You do not, Rosa, you do not need to pre-register online, or you just show up. Remember, if you're there late, they start manning the gates for parking, and I think that's at 9:30 or something. And but you guys need to be there. We're gonna open the gates at 8. We're closing them at 10. So you guys need to be there. You need to be on time because they will lock the gates. And like I said, if you guys want to just come in and sit and demo, it's still $60, gets you a passenger, your vehicle through the gate. If you want to compete, that is up to you. Real simple. You'll take your ticket, you'll hand it to whoever I have behind the computer at the time, and they will enter you into the computer. Remember, I usually have some new people and whatnot, so you're gonna, let them know what class you are. And if you don't know, and this is your first time ever coming to an Autorama, come hang out, do demos, and and come and see what we do. And you've already paid your entry, so come compete.
Yeah.
Do Top Dog, do Cyclone, do base race, right?
Get your photo with Eric Estrada.
Yeah, get your photo with Eric Estrada.
Why not?
Moses said he's gonna hang out at my house Friday night.
Oh.
I'm not opposed to that. We just have to ask my wife, Moses. That's all. It's not a big deal. I'm about halfway for you to Sacramento because I'm still an hour and a half away. So.
But I have a feeling though, if he stays over your place, you guys probably won't make it in time for.
Well, I'm an
for
old
the
man. I
event,
go to
so-
bed. And I wake up early as hell.
Or Moses probably won't be able to make it, or maybe
I
he
believe
needs you to bring him there. So
Yeah.
that's why he's.
Nah, Moses good people. Appreciate him when he comes to the shows, whatnot. Remember, we're gonna have our rings out there for the winners, and like I said, I got a whole bunch of them. We'll stop between end of bracketing or end of qualifying, beginning of bracketing. We'll stop. At that time, there will be quite a few people, and we'll have an opportunity to do our ceremony and do a little blurb about each of you guys, give you a chance to talk on the microphone. So
Yeah, you know,
just
we
remember
I did mine just right after the Top Dog competition. You know, people are checking it out and
Mhm.
you know really excited about Top Dog, so they just kind of was still hanging out there and
Okay.
well, we do Top Dog right before DB Drag bracketing, so
Oh, okay.
I was kind of a way to kind of get the crowd going and crowd there. So
Okay.
if you know.
So mine's a little different. In my shows, I do qualifying, DV drag, base race, top dog.
Hmm.
So, but we
It is a
will.
good closer.
Yeah. So my guess is what I'm going to ask is for what's his name, Jose, to do his run right before we do the rings.
Oh.
You know, we'll bring people in from everywhere. And another thing that's really cool about Autorama that you guys might not know is at Autorama, they usually gate between 20 to 35,000 people. And they walk right by us. So if you ever wanted to get somebody into your car, or you wanted to show off what you have, or show off what you do as far as your passion, and you know, really show off your car to people that don't necessarily always get to see it very often, Autorama is a great opportunity for that.
Yeah, so don't be shy, guys. You know, you're gonna have all these people
Yep.
coming to you.
Yep.
So take that opportunity.
With you, Jeffrey, have you been to Autorama?
A couple of times, yeah. It was like one of the first road trips I had with my daughter. Going up there, we were trailering the rabbit I had back at the time, and yeah, we were. That was our first road trip, and that whole time I thought, you know, she was gonna be bugging, having to go to the bathroom, you know, every stop, and it ended up being me. But you know, that's I guess one of the memories you know I had of Autorama, so it was really cool.
And one great thing about Autorama too is the restrooms are right near where we're competing, and they're
Perfect.
permanent structures, so it's actual bathrooms. So for you ladies, the bathroom will be. I mean, it's a little bit of a walk, but it's maybe a 16th of a mile. It's you know, it's probably 900 1,000 feet from where we run the competition to walk over, and it's an actual indoor restroom. It's not a porta potty or anything like that. So we do have that going for us. I once again will be bringing water as I normally do for our competitors. Just come up and ask me. We don't like to advertise that too much at Autorama because as a venue they sell waters. You know, they sell them for $3 a bottle or something like that. But as I do with all my shows, I always bring water. You guys are more than welcome to them until I run out, and I'll bring a few cases, and we typically don't run out of them. Anybody else have any questions about Autorama that I can answer? And while we're waiting for questions, Jeffrey, how did your show go this weekend? What was participation like? Any cool
It
things
was-
that happened?
Yeah, you know, we had a team come out from Oklahoma, which was a pretty big drive, pretty long drive. One of the guys ended up trailering his, I think it was like a older Suburban. So man, And we had a lot of action in Top Dog, believe it or not. Um, yeah, that points, those bonus points, they kind
Yeah.
of mess with your mind a little bit. We had this one competitor, Lewis. He was just winning round after round after round, and he had his lead. He was like at 45,000 points until the last two guys, or the last guy in the last two runs. So I was like,
He
man,
tied and then lost,
I think he ended up losing twice back to back to the
but
same
did he tie
guy.
to him first? And because if you
Um,
tie, you lose half your
yeah,
points.
I think there was bonus time involved, and
Oh, there you
and
go.
what was cool was on the leaderboard you're able to see your points.
Right.
You're getting all these bonus points, and right away, when he saw that he lost, it said like minus points, and it went to the other guy, and I mean just you know uh, go into it just trying to win every round. Don't try to do the math. Don't think you're so far ahead that you're not gonna lose, because that's what's gonna bite you in the end. And I think it might have happened one time at finals. I seen some guy thought he was just so far in the lead, and he ended up losing. So yeah, it's really picking up the top dog competition. I think one of the guys from Oklahoma, Shane Chandler, he ended up winning it. He also won like base race, the 49 class, and
Okay.
he won his DB drag run also. So, man, guys from Oklahoma coming down. A couple of, I think, yeah, it's the next state over. Next state
Yeah.
up
Are
north.
they the guys that are related to that shop that we had on?
No, I don't believe
Okay.
so. No, no.
Okay.
But
Yeah, because we had that shop owner on from Oklahoma, and
yeah, 405.
yeah,
for
405 car audio, correct. So I just wondering if he was starting to put teams together and whatnot. I mean, Rusty did that. I saw Rusty Flowers post. He might be coming out here to Autorama also. He likes to support. He's been out here tons and tons of times, so that's really cool. See him doing his thing. That's
He
really
used
cool.
to compete at
He did.
Autorama too, right?
He did.
Yeah, I remember seeing his. I think he had an Audiobahn S10 out there a couple of times, and
He did. He had a
way back
little
then,
blue
but-
truck, no walls. Yeah,
Yeah, he
it was
was
cut
at the
through
no
no
walls.
walls.
Yeah, I think it was that year I took off, and he ended up, winning it as far as the West Coast side. But
Yeah, I believe the best he did in no walls was fifth ever, and then that's when he decided to step up and do his van. And good lord, he got a little bit louder with his van, and then obviously his multiple championships with the CRX.
with the CRX, yeah.
Yeah. So who won Rogers money this last weekend?
He actually had to do it twice. So $100 of it for sure was going to go to the 29 class. So we had quite a few competitors, and
Okay.
we knew there was going to be some good competition out there. To kind of give it a little background, Roger likes to help out the new guys, right? So, I'll set up the meter, and we'll do base race practicing. You guys, anybody can come try it out. We had one guy, dude, and on the Turn Pro, you can do practice mode, and
Yeah.
it'll say on the top of the screen, it'll say like base race practice mode, run number 2 or something like that.
Right.
Man, this dude was like practice, because it's like nonstop. So it went from like, I think it was like run number 200, and I was like, and it got to the point where he had it down, right? So he would like let it play, mess with the volume a little bit, and then he got a little cocky, and he was like, watch this. So he let his hands off the volume control, and it bam right away, all like maybe 3 or 4 times in a row, 129.96, right?
Dang.
So we knew this guy was gonna have at least bring the competition to the event
Right.
the following day.
Mm-hmm.
But he ended up qualifying. I think he had a 129.6. In the next round, I think the semifinal round, he had a 129.9, perfect score. But dude, in the finals, those nerves, I'm telling you, they get to you. You see your competitor right next to you, and you're like, oh man, this guy, beat all these other guys too, and we're here. And he kind of got his nerve. It got to him. So like I think he said he forgot to turn down his volume from his previous run. So like maybe 2 seconds into it, he breaks out. He does like a 130, and it was like, oh man, you were so like a cinch for it, but that's not always the case. And Roger ended up paying $100 to the winner of the 20s class, and he also paid $100 to the winner of Top Dog. Because man, the videos are online. Check it out. Boom Audio competitions on Facebook. You can check out.
I'm sure Jeffrey will link them.
Yeah, I'll link it. It was really fun. To see everyone just having fun and competing out there. So.
Yep. So do you guys
chance to win some money?
Do you guys do the same as us, and you take a portion of the entry fee for the Top Dog winner at your events, or no?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So with ours, we $5 of every entry into Top Dog goes directly to the prize fund. It's a winner takes all. If we have 10 people, it pays $50 to the winner. So.
I think maybe once we start getting more people,
yep.
we could do that, because wow, that pot will be up there.
Yeah, I think the most I've ever given away was like $150.
Wow.
So, but yeah, hey, you know what? And I think we were at $110, and I said, if you guys can get one more, it was like Justin Hankey or something. I'm like, if you can get Justin in, I'll raise it to $150. And sure as heck, Justin grabbed in, jumped in, and that's how we got to $150. But yeah,
money's a big motivator, I guess.
It is, and not really for any other reason but to say, hey, I won the money.
Yeah.
Because in California, that isn't even gas money. So.
Well, that's who the $100 went to. Went to the guy that was trailering his vehicle from Oklahoma, and then I'd mentioned, hey, that's going to cover gas, but he was like, no, didn't even cover it. It's not going to cover it.
That's not even one way.
Exactly. But hey, it'll put a big dent in the bill. So.
Yep. All right, so let's talk real quick. World Finals, October 1st and 2nd, out in something borough, Owensboro, Kentucky. We'll be out there for World Finals this year, and dude, there's some big things happening. I believe Celise is going to come on next week and start talking about some of the World Finals things that she's got. She said she will, but I don't know. Stuff changes with them quite often. But
I was going to mention a couple of things that we talked about, but maybe I'll let it be a surprise.
Oh, okay, cool. There's some really cool things that she's got planned. This year. Next year, I think we may go back to satellite locations again, which is really cool. But Wayne, definitely, because it is the 25th anniversary,
right.
He wants to make a huge deal out of this thing. And realistically, if he were to do like every 5 years or every 3 years, one location World Finals, I don't think that's unrealistic. Because it's a different thing when you are face to face with your competitor versus over the internet. Now, mind you, it's awesome that we can even do that over the internet stuff. I mean, that's phenomenal. It's great technology. It's really cool.
Yeah, my last championship run, I went up against a guy in it was like Europe, I think.
So, yeah, I think you went up against somebody in Greece.
Was it? Yeah.
I think it was Greece.
It was cool that happened.
Yeah, it was 3 a.m. their time or something.
The next year he ends up, beating me. But hey, it was fun.
But does he have this tattoo, right?
No, I don't think so.
Something like that. No, that's awesome. But I do appreciate. Anyway, your next show, sir?
We're shooting for. I think it's already on the DB Drag calendar, May 21st.
Okay.
We haven't got a Facebook events page for that for its setup yet, but we're shooting for May 21st. See how that goes.
Awesome.
And don't forget, you guys listening, you guys competing. I had to kind of remind everybody at my show, hey, you guys are getting points towards finals. Come out to the shows. You're not just taking first place and an award. You're getting points. First place is 8 points, second place 7 points, and so on and so forth. So hey,
Yep.
let's rack up those points and get those invites to finals, and
Yep.
hopefully
And,
we'll see you there.
and this weekend is a 2X for
Yeah,
us.
double.
So, I mean,
Double
you'll
the
be getting
points.
16 points. Plus,
Yeah.
if you competed at World Finals, that's 4 times points. So points shouldn't be an issue either in my area or
Yeah.
your area, right? Well,
And I
yours is a
wanted to
little tougher.
mention, too, for those of you who are members, or not members, become members, because you can add that bonus point. You can add the event to your calendar, and then you get bonus points for attending the event. So
Yep. Oh, and
another
Lucky,
incentive.
yeah, Lucky used to always say as a member,
Mhm.
even if you're not going to go to a show and it's close and I mean, just it's a whim that you might make it, register for the show anyway, and if you don't go, the point just drops off. But if you end up going, you get that point.
Mhm.
So that's what Lucky would say all the time. And hey, I'm with you on that too. I would love to see. I'm still working with a couple of people trying to figure out how we can get like a car transport to get
Oh,
a
okay.
handful of cars back east because I would really like to show out back east. I know Moses will go, but I love to see Team Send It go or Team SSC or some of these other guys. Chris Jenner. I think Chris Jenner would go back east and he would have a phenomenal time doing his base race and top dog
Yeah,
against
that was
some of the best guys out there.
yeah. He was a top dog winner, right, on
He
the West Coast.
was.
Yeah,
He was.
yeah.
So you guys over here on the West Coast, if you guys are going to come to Autorama, remember we're going to do the ring ceremony. We'll talk a little bit about what you won, how you won it, all that kind of stuff. We'll try and make as big of a deal as we possibly can on it. If you guys can't make it out there, just let me know, and I'll meet up with you or whatever, and try and get you your stuff afterwards. But other than that, like I said, Jeffrey has a video on his. I'm going to try and make a similar video. So we will try and make a video that's just the ring ceremony. Ours will be a little bit longer. Um,
I saw one too. I think I'm not sure. I think it might have been in Tennessee. They had
yes,
a ring presentation also.
Dave McKay, I believe, did one.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
His
Yeah.
guys out there.
He
got
texted me
their
about
rings.
that one. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I saw that.
either him or somebody texted me about it and said, "Hey, check this
Mhm.
out." So that's awesome. I'm totally glad. I'd love to see California show up and show out at World Finals. It's just like I said, that's a personal wish of mine. But if you guys can't do it, can't swing it, I understand that 100%. Remember, there are some new rules. You have to use the boom check songs, which in the California guys, typically that's what we use anyway. The song quality will be turned off, so you don't have to worry about the song quality.
Right.
We have a couple of class changes. There's no 500-watt class. Any other big changes that you can think of, Jeffrey, that may have came up?
There was a couple people that were a little concerned about the top dog, um, I guess, song material. They were trying to find something long enough to play, but
Boom check works fine.
yeah, boom check is like 5 minutes long.
No,
So
it's a minute and a half. But
no, it's 5 minutes. The one that I downloaded, yeah, it was 5 minutes long.
oh, really?
Check it out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The
That's
one
why
I
I was
have is
like,
a minute and a half. It's an older
oh,
version,
okay.
so
Yeah, it's probably an older version, but the newer ones, they're 5 minutes long, and that's why I was like, why are these people asking about a song longer than a
yeah.
minute? Because you got boom check, that's 5 minutes, unless you plan to be competing for 5 minutes and get those bonus points.
Angelo Trujillo says that's not long enough.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can always
Some
hit
guys it might
as
not
soon
be.
as you hit. Here's the thing: as soon as you hit tie, there'll be about 8 seconds left when you realize, and you can hit back, and it'll drop your score, but it'll give you a nice little cushion in your score too, where the other guy might bust out. Yeah. So Angelo's CD is only a
So
minute
on
and a
the
half.
CD. This is on the download. So, I mean, for those of you who are
Members.
registered members,
Yep.
you guys have your own section to download the tracks. So you'd have to get onto your page. There's like a download section. You could put it onto your desktop and then save it onto a hard drive, and there you go. So
Yep.
and you don't have to and it's like 950 something tracks.
Just
Just download the boom check if you need to. You don't have to download everything that everyone, was like saying, oh man, there's like 900 tracks on there. Just do boom check or whatever's going to help you, get you what you need. So
Okay.
we're here to make it easy for you guys.
All right, guys. Well, we've hit our hour. I got to go bowling and beat up on somebody. And Jeffrey wanted me to mention just real quick. So
Yeah.
I got my first ever 300, which is a perfect game in bowling. I got that last Thursday night. And
How hard is that? That's really hard, right? For bowlers? Because I was kind of surprised when you'd posted it. I was like, I thought as long as Doug's been bowling, I thought he'd have like at least one. And then when you wrote, it was like your first one, I was like, oh man, it must be.
So
really
so
hard.
800s are really hard. That's
There's 800s.
Yeah, so that's 3 games with a total of 800 pins. So that means you got to average 266, I think, is what it, or 264 for an 800. And anyway, those are harder than 300s because a 260 game means you got 10 out of 12 strikes, and you had to do that for 3 games in a row to get a 800. Now a 300 is just 12 strikes in a row. So people get a ton of 300s nowadays. The 800s aren't so easy. So I ended up getting 2 800s this year, but I finally got my first 300. So
now, do you get some kind of prize for that?
you know what? I get
a ring.
I get a ring that looks very
amazing.
similar to the DB drag rings.
Wow.
So
That's cool.
So I'll wear it on my ring finger, where my wedding finger, to piss off my wife because I don't wear a ring finger, right?
Oh, you know what? Someone's asking me, did you use the purple hammer?
I did not. I used a Triton Elite. Who asked you that? Where's that at? I don't see that.
Oh, it looks like it's from a text. Somebody texted me.
Oh.
He says, was the ball symmetrical, asymmetrical? I don't know what
it is. I was using a Triton Elite, which looks just like the purple hammer, but it's a symmetrical, big core, big cover. But it's like 7-year-old technology, and so it burns up on the lane just like a purple hammer would. I actually have it drilled so it matches the purple hammer.
Wow.
But hey, I did the bowling podcast just recently too. So.
Oh, okay.
And
I think this guy is saying that the purple hammer is like a band.
Some of them are. I was not using a banned bowling ball. Right now there are 6 bowling balls that are banned, and 2 years of the purple hammer. And I wasn't using any of the banned bowl. I don't even own any of the banned equipment.
So your 300 was legit then, right?
It was legit, and I threw the ball well. And I bowl 4 nights a week in league, practice 1 day a week, and bowl tournaments 2 days a week. So it's not from lack of trying.
And for those of the listeners, we had a judge's Zoom call. I think it was last week. And for those of you who kind of questioned Doug's loyalty with bowling, he was doing a Zoom call at the bowling alley as he was getting ready to bowl.
I was.
So I was like, man, we got the Zoom call for the DB drag judges, and Doug's over here at the bowling alley doing the Zoom calls. So.
I'm a busy fella. So, but anyway, guys, once again, thank you for coming and tuning in. Right below me and Jeffrey, we're going to have spots available for sponsors. I got to get back with Bobby Gately, possibly. Jeffrey and I were discussing our fees and all that. So we're going to be looking for sponsors that we can put on and do commercials for and all that other stuff. We'll have different rates for different things. If you guys are interested in being a sponsor, either reach out to Jeffrey or myself. We split that stuff 100% right down the middle, 50-50. I couldn't do this without Jeffrey. Jeffrey's a huge help out there. He's a big part of what we do. I would never go behind his back and do any of this thing, and I would think that he wouldn't do that to me either. But if you guys would like to support the channel, we would love to have you support the channel. If you guys just want to give us donations, once again, you look right above us right here. It has Venmo at SonicFX and Cash App, $SonicFX. If you want to put in their tip or podcast or anything like that, that's how we know to share that. My next show is going to be Autorama. Following that, I think it's the 21st of May, which is going to be out in the Hollister area, the next town next to that. I forgot what it's called, but it's going to be right there in Hollister. Jeffrey's looking for May, what did you say?
May 21st, I believe third. I think that's third Saturday.
Yes, and I think mine's May 21 also.
Oh, okay.
So we'll both be doing a show May 21st. Mine will be live this weekend. So if you're at the event or you can't make it and want to watch it, it will be live on the Sonic FX page on Facebook. So you guys can check that out. Also, if you are there and you want to walk around, you can go on the live, see where we're at, and that way you'll know when to be back at your car for competing. So that's one of the things I actually started doing that because of Autorama. Gave you an opportunity to walk around and you can see where we're at, and that way you know, because I call out people 15, 20 minutes before they have to be in the lane. So it gives you plenty of time to walk around and look at stuff and then get back to your vehicle. Anyway, other than that, Jeffrey, got any movie stuff coming up?
No, it's starting to pick up. That whole COVID deal, they're still kind of scared about that. So production's like, not in full swing.
Okay.
Even out there in, the capital, Hollywood out there, they're kind of slowly getting back into things. But
Okay.
You'll be the first to know when I'm on that next commercial.
All right. So when he does that next hemorrhoids commercial, we'll all know about it.
Hey, $20 is $20.
That's right. All right, guys. Once again, thank you for tuning in. We'll be here again next week at 5:30 p.m. I think our guest is going to be Celeste Harris. She's the one that's said she was supposed to be here, so we'll see and make sure that can work out. But we'll be back again next week, Monday night at 5:30 p.m. That's California time, the only time that does matter. You guys try to make fun of me in the judges chat, but I know the truth. California time is the only time that matters. All right, guys. Once again, we'll see you next week. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thanks to John Buck and Greg for coming on and talking to us about his event. Hopefully I'll see a bunch of you guys Saturday. We'll do the ring ceremony. I got stuff for Steve Willis, I believe. I got stuff for Jose Ramos, both of them. I got Chris Jenner. I saw his stuff. I literally have a box full of stuff to give out. So if you guys can make it there, that would be awesome, and I hope to see you guys there. Anyway, you guys have a nice night, and be safe. And Jeffrey, we're out.
All right.